Hey everyone, I hope you are having a great time. Today I'm doing very quick comparison review of these two speakers. This is Bowers & Wilkins 606S2 Anniversary Edition, which retail for just about $900. This one is Wharfedale Evo 4.2 Bookshare speakers, which is retail for just under $1,000. Is about $999. So this 606S2 is $100 cheaper than this Evo 4.2. So that's why I'm doing very quick comparison. So as you will hear the sound demonstration of these two speakers back to back in the end of the video. In this comparison review, mainly I use this Peachtree Audio M500 and this Peachtree Pre-Deck. And also I try with my PMA SX11 and they sounded very nicely with either of amplifier. Soundstage wise, slight advantage to this 606S2. Overall image and stereo depth, Evo 4.2 have the better stereo image. Depth is comparable. So when I was auditioning these two speakers, I tried all the music from oldies to all the way to modern pop and rock and everything in between. And the way that they sounded and the way that they handle variety of music very differently. No matter what music you put them on, this 606S2 will reproduce very dynamic, spacious, and wide soundstage with very good stereo image. This Evo 4.2 really shines with a little bit slower music compared to this 606S2 in that kind of sound quality and sound reproduction. The way that this Evo 4.2 can produce is a little bit less dynamic and less spaciousness compared to 606S2. Probably that's due to the way that they design and a little bit warmer and richer tone and the sound signature that they voiced on this speaker, because they try to have sound signature like a point source kind of sound quality. So those are the things that we have to consider when we're choosing these kind of totally different design speakers in similar price point. So those are all taste dependent and personal preference. So if you're gonna listen to a bunch of modern music and you want to play loud, this 606S2 may be better choice, because bass performance is significantly better than this Evo 4.2, no matter what music you play them, no matter what amplification you use them with. So bass quality out of this Evo 4.2 is slightly less definition and less spacious and a little less pronounced notes compared to this 606S2. Not only this 606S2 can produce a little bit deeper bass and a little bit faster and tighter bass quality as well. So depth and everything is almost, they are about the same, but slightly more on this 606S2 in my opinion in this room, because the better bass quality truly bring the overall soundscape to whole new level. So when it's come to mid-range to upper mid-range, they are very different as well, because this Evo 4.2 have a slightly warmer and richer sound quality. This 606S2 also have a slightly warmish tint on overall mid-range to upper mid-range compared to previous generations of very same model. This anniversary edition have a slightly warmness on the upper mid-range and mid-range area, but not to the extent of this Evo 4.2. But if you like vivid and spacious sound with very well reproduced instrument separation with crispier voices and vocals, this 606S2 may be better choice for you. But if you like a tonally a bit richer and warmer sounding, but a little less definition and a little slightly less spaciousness in that frequency range, and a little bit richer voices and less crispier notes when it's come to voices and vocals, this Evo 4.2 maybe better choice and a little bit more forgiving to pairing components and the music as well, because 606S2 need a good quality music to sound the best, so easier on pairing components on Evo 4.2 and a little bit more forgiving compared to this 606S2. Those are the major difference between these two. So when you're listening to that rolling drums or snare drums or like cymbal strikes and everything, those kind of music are very vivid and realistic with this 606S2. This Evo 4.2 have a slightly richer sound quality, a little bit forgiving but less vivid and less spacious compared to this 606S2. For the high frequencies, this Evo 4.2 reproduce very nicely spacious sound with very good frequency extension, wide and spacious notes with very good amount of detail and very enjoyable experience. But the 606S2 have the vivid and spacious and dynamic attack. It may be slightly more forward sounding, but it all depends on your pairing component, your music, and your room as well. Partially treated room, they are not that bad, but when you have the room is no treatments at all, they may not best suited for that kind of room. So that's the a little downside on this 606S2 when it's come to upper mid-range from high frequency area. It can be a bit forward and bright with some music. So those are up and down side of these two speakers. If you really like variety of music that you don't mind tweaking a little bit, the 606S2 may be better choice. But in the smaller room, they both can get away without a subwoofer. But if you are really a bass head, the 606S2 may be better choice, because my home office is about 12 by 14, it's a small room. This 606S2 or this Evo 4.2 doesn't need to have a subwoofer because I don't play that loud, but when I'm playing my music, they are very capable of reproducing overall, musical spectrum without holding anything back other than like lowest of the notes. 606S2 have the better power handling. So if you like to play your music very, very loud, they both may not be the best choice, because Evo 4.2 will bottoms out in like 11 o'clock position on my amplifier. It should be around like 100 dB range, but this 606S2 will not bottoms out. Bass and upper bass and all that region still retaining good definition and good amount of detail with refinement stay attached to it. Other than upper range of frequency gonna be less of refinement and less of engaging to listen. So those are the things that I would like to mention. If you only play your music below 90 decibel of loudness, they both can be very musical, but it depends on your preference, your pairing components, and most importantly, your room. This 606S2 will offer you one of the best bass quality in this price range. Overall definition and detailed sound reproduction is probably hard to beat in this price point. This Evo 4.2 will offer great mid-range, easier to listen, overall very musical, engaging sound quality with more forgiving to pairing components and your music as well. So that's it, my friend. That is my quick comparison. Thank you for watching and happy listening.
food trip and get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66.